This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, good morning, guys. So let me start and show you. Let's see. Anyways, we'll talk about it now. Since my credentials are already cached, I directly logged in. You know that one. Yes. Okay. Go to online reservation system and okay. So last Friday we talked about this area pass and how you can configure, your Kanban and you know how the requirements in uh, boards are driven. Like you have each team mentioned here, each team is having a Kanban board, and what requirements are being displayed here is driven by area path. So that's what we all learned. Even the sprints also the same thing. What tasks are being displayed here is driven by area path of each and every team. And we also seen how a DevOps engineer can help project manager to track his work. I mean, his team's work. So it's easy, very easy for anyone by looking at this work details span, whether the project is going smoothly or not. If something is red, that means that the attention need to be given. That's the way the message will be given basically. For that, you understood how a capacity can be configured for each and every user. Okay, this is a single place for each and everything. So, and you also seen how to configure your iterations, etc., for your for your teams basically. Now let's get into another area. Okay, guys, these are all some advanced configurations where you can help your teams. It's all about improving the user experience, I would say, or your employee experience, your project manager experience, your team members experience, to easily track their progress basically, or plan. Okay, now let me open one of these things. Okay, so this is our task, right? Some task which is under area path DB dev and sprint one. This is assigned to Purnake. Okay, and this is a new task basically. Okay, no one started working on it. Okay, and you see priority, remaining work, and everything. And activity, you have different types, right? Deployment, design, development, documentation, requirements, etc. And then you have one more option called yes. So why this blocked is given by default? The reason is that there might be some scenarios where developers cannot proceed with their work because of unavailability of some, let us say, you are working on some search functionality or some weather report, and let us say search functionality. You need some data from Google as well, but that API from Google is not available. That means you are blocked. You cannot develop it. Then immediately your team member, whoever is working on it, go and mention it as a blocked. So such, for such kind of things you will use this. Okay, now I'm going to explain some styles basically. That's the reason I'm telling. Okay, these are the activities, right? Now you see, right now I have some how many tasks? I have some 5 tasks basically. Let me create some dummy task. I'm not going to spend much time here, but let me create one more task. Okay, I can simply come and create like this. You can go here and create it, but you can go come, you can create here as well. Okay. To save our time, just giving some name basically. I'm saying test task. Okay. Task is being created. Let me go ahead and add it to someone, assign this to someone, and remain work as 12 hours. And activity I'm putting a design. Okay. Save and closed. And let me add one more one. Assign it to someone, and then say uh, requirements, I would say blocked. Similarly, I'll give it some more task here. Open it and assign it to someone, and give some. remaining workers and requirement.
Hello.
Yes.
Puna, can you open the same tab which you just opened?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Um, okay. So when we open the task, we are able to see only the remaining work, but not the
Correct.
time we have consumed. Is it like that by design, or are we missing
Yeah,
any
this
options here?
no, no, no. This is by design basically. This is based whatever the details you see here, right, is based on the Scrum methodology. Okay, the tool did not develop on their own, right? It is developed on the Scrum methodology. So in Scrum methodology or Agile methodology, what people need to do. So actually, our sprint is getting started today, if you remember, like
Yes.
September 20. That is the start date we given, right? End of this day, or tomorrow morning, whoever is assigned working on this task, right, they have to reduce it by 8 hours. Means if it is today 12 hours, by tomorrow you have to see 4 hours basically remaining work. Okay,
Okay.
that's how we have, I mean, people have to work it, and it is mandatory. Your Scrum Master or project manager have to take care of this one. Why it is very important? It is important for the reporting purpose. So I will talk about burn down charts basically. So what burn down chart will show you, hey, how many hours of work to be executed, and how many we completed. So that burn down chart will give you the progress basically, whether we are going in the right way or wrong way, means not going smoothly basically. But many of the times what people do, they will reduce the number of hours here by 8 hours every day. But actually that is not the case. I mean, it doesn't matter. Actually this is 12 hours of work, but people have to give the actual numbers here. Actual number means, let us say, you need to, I'm just giving example. Okay, you need to, in this task, right, probably you have a three different functionalities to be developed. If you develop, let us say, take four. If you develop our four functionalities today, then you can mention it as a zero by tomorrow, means your 12 hours is completed. I mean, 12 hours work is completed. But what people will do, they will only keep 8 hours, they will only reduce 8 hours only. They don't say that, hey, I completed this work. If you say completed this work, people may give you some other word. That is one thing that will go on. The other thing is, well, people might have completed only one functionality today in this requirement. Then what, he cannot say 8 hours reduced by tomorrow. He has to say, let us say, some 6 hours. But whatever is the case, people will go and reduce only by 8 hours every day. So we
Okay.
can't do anything because that's how people work, right? You, me, or anyone. Okay. But what is importance of this one? It will give you the burn down chart, in a proper way. But if people don't update this remaining work hours every day, then your burn down chart will not show you the progress. I will explain when I come there. Okay, but keep it in that mind actually. But this is
Okay.
by design. Yeah.
Yeah, one more thing. So
Mhm.
assume the task is allocated maybe around 8 hours, or maybe
Mhm.
16 hours.
Mhm.
But in reality, we took around 20 hours to do the task.
Mhm.
So how do we fill up that information here?
Oh, the extra hours you mean to say? Okay.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there is no such way. Okay, to track by
Okay.
design basically, because okay, but I there is a workaround, but I'm sure many of the people don't like it. I mean, whoever is in the management, I tell you the workaround. Okay, but this is a by design template, right? Default template. Okay, how we can track is that, we can, I'm actually going to that concept, but you given me the correct use case. Okay, we will customize this template actually after some time in this session
Okay.
itself. That time I will show you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So I added a couple of tasks, right, here. Okay. And you know why these tasks are grouped by? Because I mean, this is grouped by, uh, you know, uh, product backlog. That's why this it is showing like this. Okay. It is very, you see very good, representation of your progress basically. Okay. Now I'm going to apply some styling. for the visual representation of the statuses basically. So what I mean to say is that right now, what are all the fields I see in the task? I mean, I'm a part of, let us say I'm a DB lead, database lead. Okay, I have come here and seen what I can see immediately. Many of these things are in, I'm just closing this, many of these things are in the to do progress. Then okay, today only the sprint started, then by evening he may come and ask, hey, uh, uh, because some, if someone starts to needs to start work on this one, he needs to put it in the in progress, then only he should start work. So the easiest way is people can simply drag and drop. The other one is, so when you the other one is people have to open it and then change the state from to do to in progress. That's what, whether you do it from here or drag and drop from here to here, it will automatically change, like you can see here basically. You see it's automatically changed. Okay, now what I'm going to say, when I open this one, then only I'm coming to know, uh, yeah, let it open, then only I'm coming to know what is this type of this task basically. Is this a design related, is it a development, is it documentation, is it requirement, etc. Okay, or is it blocked? I have to open and see it actually. Okay, imagine I have some 200 tasks. In real life it will be like that only, right? You will be having, 200, 300 tasks. Then it's not easy for me to go and open 200 tasks and see it and note it down actually, which are in design. I mean, there is some, probably he needs to give some report or he needs to track something, etc. So he cannot go and open, right? It will take 20-30 minutes. So but instead, but you may tell me that, Puna, why can't, so you already displaying name and who is working on it, remaining hours, state, why can't we display one more item here? Then if I go and customize this task to display another item, right, another field, then it will keep on increasing. After some time it will become this, I mean, this task board tile, you call it as a tile, this tile also will become like this. Then your I mean, you cannot easily track it actually. That's the reason you have other options. So what I can do, I can go and apply some visual styles to these styles. Visual styles means I can change the colors of these styles based on my requirement basically. So because colors will always give a better view to anyone, right? So what I'm going to do now, let us say, if any one of these tasks are related to design activity, I will show them in some, let us say, green color or yellow color. So that way people can easily identify which tasks are related to design or requirement, etc. I'm just giving an example for styles basically, but it can be anything. It is based on the availability of the conditions you have. So how do I customize this? Right now we are in the sprints under task board actually. How do I customize? For every board, I mean, Kanban board or sprints or anything, you will see an option here, customize basically, configure team settings on the right top corner, right? So why it is saying team settings rather than configure? As I told you, each and every board is assigned to a team, not for multiple teams basically. You see, it is related to DB team. If we change it, it will change to some other team. Even boards also the same thing, they're assigned to the teams. That's the reason you will have a, the tooltip test is configure team settings. Let's click on this. Okay, so you call it as a card actually. That's the reason, card settings, each and everyone is a card here. Okay, and whatever the fields you are seeing is what you see for task id assigned to remaining work, show tags, whatever you see here is what here. If you want to add some other fields to be added, I was just telling you, right, you can add additional fields to be seen as well. You can go and add a field and then take any one of things, but the size of your tile will get increased. That's the reason. Okay, let me select a blocked if you want. Okay, close. It is refreshing now. You see this blocked is also showing. That's how you can add additional fields basically. Okay, the last one is blocked as here. Okay, this is how you can add the fields, but whatever I'm going to say is about styles. Let us go to styles. Okay, you can read about it. You can change the visual representation of your tiles so that your project manager or lead or yourself can easily track what's going on. Basically, I'm giving some. I'm giving some name rule one. You can give anything, and I'm taking the color as style color as a green, and this is where you apply the criteria on what criteria to be satisfied to make your tile color as a green. So I can say, or else I will say some red. Okay. Field, I'll say if, so you have many fields, whatever the fields you see in the template, right, are here: activated by, activated date, activity, area paths assigned to block, etc. You see many things created by, and some of related to build. Actually, we haven't come to CI/CD pipeline. That's why you don't need to worry about builds, etc. Found in means during testing. Okay, we have all the fields here, and I can add my own fields as well. Okay. Right now, we'll go and take blocked. If blocked equal to yes, what I'm saying, if task the field in the task block is equivalent to yes, then display the tile in red color. That's the rule I specified. I given name as a rule one. Let's go and save and close it. It automatically refreshes. Now you see all the block tasks are given in red color. So it's easy for me. I don't need to, I mean, if I'm having 100, I don't need to open 100 items to go on save. Similarly, you can apply, you can create the rules, styles by specifying some rules basically. Let us say rule 2. Of course, you give some meaningful name, not like this, right? Rule 1, 2, etc. I taken some color, and you can do like this also. So this is a DB dev team, right? Okay, and by mistake people I know can make this DB item part of UI team as well. Then all the UI requirements will also be displayed here, because your boards are driven by the area paths. So people may want to see, hey, I don't want to see any other requirements other than what I'm supposed to work on. Then it is a area path not equal to dbw. This is the area path. Okay, I want to see only the tasks related to the tasks that are in the area path dbdev. If something is in the UI dev path, I don't want to see it. That's the one basically. So for that also I can make it color as, you got me right what I'm saying, some other color. Save and close. Now it is refreshed. There is no change in color. You see, there is no change in color, because all the tasks that are here are related to some product backlog item, and those product backlog items are in the dbdev area path only. Okay, but when the mistake might happen, when this guy is made part of, let us say, by administrator or project manager by mistake, or somehow he made this guy as part of some other team as well, then some other area path, then requirements related to that area path also will display here. Let us say how it may happen. Project settings, because a team can be part of multiple area paths, as I told you. Go to teams, uh, say project configuration, team configuration is, we can go areas. We are already in the DB dev team. What I'm going to do, select areas, select UI dev also. Save and close. Okay. Now if I come to sprints, you see search for hotels is also displayed, and the book hotels is also displayed here, along with uh, search for flights and search for trains. Why these two, uh, the tasks and the items, I mean product backlog items are in purple color? Because these requirements are not related to DB dev path. That's what I mentioned. Okay, anything that any requirement that is not part of DB dev path will have to be displayed in the purple color. Now as soon as a DB lead, as soon as I come to this sprint task board, right, I realize, hey man, why these requirements are displaying here? I am not owner of these things. So that means a wrong assignment basically. You got me the scenario? Understood?
Can you repeat again once?
So I'm a DB lead. Okay,
Okay.
I want to see all the requirements that I'm responsible for, right, where the DB development is required, isn't it? And there are the requirements for the UI development and the middleware development as well. As a DB lead, why I am worried about tracking of other teams requirements, right? I'm not a project manager and an architect, right? The
Yeah,
purpose
so
of this
you're filtering out the
yeah,
details.
exactly. The purpose of these task boards or the Kanban boards in the boards is to track your team's progress, isn't it?
Yes.
If you are having everything, then there is no difference, right? It will become very clumsy, isn't it? Already is seeing some 20 items here. In a real time, it will be 100 items as well. Then he cannot concentrate basically. So that means your experience is not good, employee experience basically. So he asked I mean basically he cannot create because he just a lead for the team, right? He is not an administrator, he is not a project admin, he is not a DevOps, I mean the complete project collection admin. Okay, then he will ask DevOps engineer, hey, he may ask, hey Kiran, tell me a way how to I mean how to know what items are not required, I mean what items should not be displayed in my task board basically. Then he say, hey, let's go and use the area path and you go and configure it. They cannot do it actually. Okay, now since DB lead understood that these are unnecessarily being displayed here, then he will tell you, or he will tell project manager, ultimately it will come here, you know why they are getting displayed there. Then you will go to the team configuration, you go to the areas and remove this UI dev area path from his areas basically. That's
Okay.
it. Now if you go back to your sprints, you see those requirements which are in that area path are gone here, from here. Got
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, yes.
So that is, yeah, that is how you can apply styles to for better tracking basically. Okay, and in your free time, go and explore all different criteria you have basically. I mean criteria means what fields are there for you. Okay, okay, because it's all exploration basically. Okay, that's about styles. And there are other requirements, I mean you can do a few more things. You've seen the fields, you've seen the styles, and then so I mean this is at what to be displayed in your Kanban board basically. Features or backlogs, etc. Working days, based on this one your burn down charts and everything will be changed basically. And working with bugs means, if I mean this is for the testers basically. When they are creating the bugs, or those bugs should have to be managed with, I mean I mean tagged to at product backlog item level, or epic level, or feature level, or task level. Most of the times, I mean testers are testing the tasks, right? Because that is where people are developing the code. They can attached with task as well. It nothing but those bugs also will be displayed in this board actually. That's it, nothing more than that. We'll see that when we come there. Okay. So you've seen these team settings in these tasks, right? Okay. Similarly, you will have the team settings for your boards as well. Go to boards. Okay. Here on the top right corner. So now it is displaying the backlog items. You see, if you want to change, it will change the features. Okay. Click on this configure team settings, and similarly, you see many things here. So the first one is fields. What fields to be displayed in your tile actually we already seen in the task, same thing here. Okay, if you want to go and add, you can go and add actually. Then if you are adding some additional field, that will come and display here. Okay, and the styles whatever you see in there, right, the same styles available for your boards as well. You can go and add styles. Okay, I'm not spending much time here because you already seen there. Okay, put it in some other color and take something, let us say, effort uh, greater than greater than 20. So what I'm trying to say is I want to see all the tasks, all the product backlog items whose effort is greater than 20 hours. In I want to track them somehow. Probably there might be some situation, right? Your project manager or your architect thinks that in this sprint, all the requirements, all the product backlog items, I mean, each and every product backlog item can be developed in less than 20 hours. I'm just giving some example. Or let us say each product backlog item should not take more than 30 hours to develop. Such kind of estimation they might have, but during our sprint discussion, somebody might have given it as some 60, 70 as well. That means overwork. Let us say somebody given 90 hours as a estimation for this product backlog item. And definitely that is some kind of a very high hours, because each person availability in each sprint is 80 hours only. If somebody given 90 hours means your project manager needs to add some other person as well to that product backlog item. Otherwise it cannot be executed, because the total available hours are 80 hours for any person in the team. So he may want to track such kind of things as well. So I'm just giving number as 20, 20 hours. Let's go and click on save close. Now you see these two product backlog items required hours to develop are more than 20, 24 and 40. That's why it is displaying in a different color. So again, whatever you see in the Azure boards, right, is it's all about requirements management and the project management. And this is how you can help your project manager or whoever is in the management, right, to track their work effectively. You got it? I mean, this is another example for your styling basically.
Yeah,
Good?
I have a question here.
Yeah, yeah.
Assume we started the, I mean, we gave assumptions that we would be taking around some X hours, maybe 20 hours or so to start a task.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But after a couple of hours, maybe after 2 to 3 days, we came to know that the complexity is not as expected, and it is, and the requirement is more complex, and we need to increase the capacity of that overall time. Saying
Mm-hmm.
like it can, we earlier thought it could be done in 3 days, but we came to know that it could be done in, it takes up to 5 days.
Okay.
So how do we add the remaining 2 hours in 2 days in additional? Like how do we take
Okay.
care of that?
Yeah. Yeah. So the tool will not stop you. This is a process basically. Okay. This is nothing to do with the tool. It's all about your project manager. Okay. I tell you how we handle basically. Okay, see, if somebody wants to come and update the hours, it doesn't matter. Tool will not stop you. You can go and update the number here. Instead of 20 hours, you
Okay.
can put it 50 hours. No one can stop it here by process. But I tell you the
So
process.
we can
Uh,
revise
uh,
it
I,
whenever we want.
yeah. You can revise it, but that's not a good practice, basically. I tell you because this is some governance related, right? Nothing
Yes.
related to your template or your tool, basically. Okay, what is that governance? I tell you. Let us think that we are in the sprint one. Today it started, right? After 3 days, you may get into that chance. Okay, let us think that like this. I'm having 80 hours of available capacity, right? Because I don't have any leaves. I'm working for the complete 2 days. Okay, I started working on this search for trends. Okay, let us say that let's make it as some 80 hours complete. Okay, just for an example. Okay, tomorrow or on Wednesday, your client or whoever is a stakeholder of that project, right, came to our company and saying that, hey, or by some reason, hey, I don't want to. I mean, there is some other feature to be added to this search for trends. Okay, and I want to deliver it in this sprint one itself. That's what he says. Okay,
Okay.
but my available capacity is 8 hours, and this search for trains is already taking it, means I am fully overloaded already. I don't have any time, but I already spent 3 days, means now my available capacity is 80 minus 24, right? I can only
Yes.
spend another 56 hours, but that guy has come and asking uh, to add some more items to this requirements to this functionality, which is not possible. Of course, in reality, what people do, you will end up spending 16 hours a day and working on it, over hours, right? But that's not the case in big companies like Microsoft, etc. I tell you, I mean, because I also worked as a developer at some point of time, right? How we used to
Okay.
do, I mean, if someone come and ask me in the middle of the sprint saying that I want to add some additional functionality to this one, and it has to be delivered in the sprint itself, your project manager doesn't accept it in those companies. Basically, they simply say that, hey, I don't have a capacity to work on it, uh, so I cannot deliver it. He simply rejects it, but he will also explore another option. Okay, I am completely allocated, but there might be other people who is having some time, or some people might have finished their work even early as well. So this guy, I mean, it's all manual. This guy will go and identify who is having available work hour, then he will assign that to, and implement it. If nobody is having any time, then he will have two options. Either he will say no. The other option is, if the client is saying no, I have to deliver it in any case, then he will say, hey, then let's prioritize the work. Some of these tasks are in very initial stage. I will take it out, and then I will ask them to work on this. But they never ask the people to work overtime, basically. You got me? How do they manage? That's how they manage.
Okay.
Okay, but this is
Yeah.
nothing related to your tool. You can go and update anytime, but what happens, your burn down charts and your capacity, everything will go red. Because let us say I made it 90 hours, that means
Mm.
90 hours work is allocated to you, right? Okay,
Yes.
then what happens if you go to the sprints, and if you go to your you have to switch on that work details, then your total work is more than your available capacity, then it will become red actually. Right now only I am allocated 44 hours of 80 hours availability, then it will become 90 of 80. That means I have 10 hours more than what I am supposed to work. I mean, more than my capacity, everything will go red actually.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So now you've seen the styles, right? Okay, and boards also you've seen the styles. Okay, let's go and explore what other settings you can do. Okay, styles, that is very important. Colors, I mean, it's all tag colors. I mean, while you are creating, right, you will have a tags as well here. I mean, tags, just for tracking, like again, you will have it in any tool basically. So generally people don't use it. People want to use, they can use it. So what tag should be displayed in what color, such kind of things. Annotations, I mean, how you are seeing, I mean, it is by default, you don't need to do anything, no functionality required. And the tests, let's not talk about test now. Okay. And then boards, it is related to your boards basically, whatever. This is the board you see, right? This is, entire thing is a Kanban board. Okay, in Kanban board, what columns are being displayed? New, approved, committed, done. That's what you see right here. New, approved, committed, and done. In some companies, they want to add some other state. I mean, this column is nothing but state actually. So, what is the state of your requirement, right? Is it in a new state? Is it approved state? Is it in a committed state, etc.? So, it's nothing but state. If you want to, I mean, if companies want to, or your project wants to change the name, or want to add some different name, I mean some other state as well, you can add it. All you can do is click on column, let us say new, it is approved, right? I would say under discussion. I mean I will add it whatever I want, right? Okay. And then so as a DevOps engineer, don't worry why people are asking you. If they, I mean, if their requirement is to add another state here, you can come and add it. That's it. All you need to ask them is, hey, what is the position of this state, and what is the name? Okay. And there is something here, work in progress limit as well. Okay. Right now it is given as a 5 actually. What it does mean, at any point of time, the total number of requirements in progress state should not be more than 5. That's the basically. Okay. There is something option called split column into doing, and then I will explain it in just a minute. Okay. Let me first uh, close this, save and close. It is refreshing basically. Let me refresh it. Did not refresh it completely. Okay. You see, I have added another state as well, so that under discussion. And here you see 05 05 05. That's what the limit you see, in progress items limit actually. At any point of time, your in progress or product backlog should not be more than 5. Okay. Right now you don't have in progress state itself, but that is by design they are giving. If it is more than if it is 6, right, then it will be showing in some red color or whatever it is. Okay. So this is how you can add columns as per your project requirement. The other one, what I was saying, let me come down the columns. Where is this? Approved. I'm just going to some other, everything will have the same fields, right? So there is a thing called split column into doing and done. This is very I mean, there is not much significance, but it is very good option basically. I tell you what is this. So right now, even in committed or in approved, everything is showing as a single vertical box, right? Okay. Even approved as well, single vertical box. Let me close it, cancel it. Single vertical box, right? Let me go to columns, approved. What is this split column and doing and done? So I tell you, this is a very good option. If something is under approved section, it doesn't mean that they approved it, right? Let us say I moved that column, sorry, one requirement into approved section. Okay, let us say I'm a product owner. I'm approving that this product backlog item have to be executed, or have to be completed in this sprint one. to say that one, I will move this product backlog item from new to approved state. Actually, that's a product owner responsibility. Once he says approved, then only approved, and then they will move to committed. Then only developers will go and change the status of their task to work on it from to do to in progress, etc. But uh, today I'm reviewing this product backlogs. Okay, what many people will do, they simply move this product backlog while we are under review itself. They will move this product backlog item to approved. But after that also, people still be debating on this one, whether we should deliver it in this sprint or should not deliver it in this sprint, etc. Okay, but so deliver it or don't deliver it, you are in the dilemma basically. Means you are still under discussion, you have not yet completed or taken a decision to approve it. But people simply move this from here to approved. Actually, that's the reason these guys given one more option: split column into doing and done. Doing means you are still under discussion. Done means you completed the discussion. Save and close. Now you see, under approved I have a doing and done. Actually, now let us say I'll keep it here. It is approved. I mean, this requirement is under approved stage by product owner. But when somebody is looking at this, what people think, hey, this is under approved discussion only, but the approval is not completed. That's how people understand. I mean, where this is helpful. This is helpful for your finance teams, or your high end executives, right? They want to know the real state of your discussions basically. That's where it is helpful. Then your product owner basically simply moves from here to approved state. But he is keeping under doing, means he is conveying a message to the other people that, hey, I'm still discussing on it, whether I should approve it or not. Once he done with the discussion, he simply move it to done. Then people will understand, like a developer, he will understand, oh, this guy moved it to done under approved. That means I can go ahead and start the work on my tasks. Got it? The advantage of doing and done.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So these are the scenarios basically. Okay, see, enabling this one is not a big matter, right? Because you will simply go and check that checkbox. That's it, right? But you need to understand the situation, because that's what uh, your questions will be, or your requirements will be. Many of the times, as I told you, people know how to do, but where to apply that, where to use that feature, people don't know basically. That's why they miss it. Okay, that's a doing and done. And you have one more column called the last one, it is just a general, forget about it. What is to be displayed, what is working hours, there is no much important. I mean, there is no importance for the configuration. Okay, next one is the swim lanes. I guess you all probably come across this term called swim lane. Any idea what is a swim lane? If you are working on some presentations or something, you will come to know what is a swim lane. Yes, any idea?
No, I don't have an idea.
Okay. So basically, when you are working any presentations, right, for better categorization, okay, we create a swim lanes. Okay. Let us say most of the times it will be uh, in some reporting basically. I would say, let me take, so I will say, I will draw some lines, okay, like this, and I will say, this is one swim lane, and this is another swim lane. That means all. several teams. I'm just think of them, think of these things as some flow chart basically. All these things under finance, all these under delivery. What does it mean? So I have two swim lanes, finance team swim lane and delivery team swim lane. In this workflow, all the activities that are in this swim lane belong to finance team. All the activities that belong, I mean, that are in this delivery team, I mean second swim lane, or belong to delivery team. So that's the advantage of your swim lanes basically. It is just a concept for the better understanding of the activities or the role, I mean responsibilities, or who can deliver it, etc. in your workflow. For that reason we basically create the swim lanes like this. This is one swim lane, this is another swim lane. So people will really come to know, hey, oh, I have some 10 different activities in my workflow. These two activities should be done by finance team, these three activities should be done by delivery team. That's the advantage of the swim lane. Okay, so it's all about tracking purpose again. Understood? Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so here also you can create the swim lanes here. Okay, right now, see, I only
One
have three
question.
yeah.
So Swimline is helpful in that way, but how do we see that on the UI?
That's what I'm coming here. I told you just the concept, right, in the
Okay.
PowerPoint. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
the same thing have to come here, right? Okay, now I only have let us say three product backlogs here, right? Everything is trains. Okay, uh, let me go to other one. So here I can see flight management, hotel management, cab management, user profile, login page, etc., right? Okay, this is for the team online reservation system. Probably the management is there in this team base. That's the reason he is seeing everything. Okay, how I can apply, you know, it's a features. Okay, there are no backlogs. Okay, let it be features. It's okay, we can apply swimlane anywhere. Okay, because it is only for the categorization. So now I want to apply some swimlanes here so that it is better categorized basically. Okay, so now I create a swim lanes called, you know, flight, hotel and cab and miscellaneous. Go here, swim lanes. By default you will have a default one. Okay, add a swim lane. We'll say flight. Okay, and add one more, cab. Add one more, it's a miscellaneous. I just, okay, save and close. Now you see, I mean, uh, you see, I mean, for in progress you will not see basically. Sorry, for new you will not see because you haven't started. You will track it only from the in progress, right? Okay, now you see three under in progress, you have three different swim lanes: cab, flight and miscellaneous. Now it's all about again concept. So you will go and you know, categorize yourself. Flight under flight. Okay, you see, sorry, I added under where I added here. Okay, and then hotel, and I'll put it under miscellaneous. Cab, I'll put it under cab, and user profile also I'll put under miscellaneous, like this. This is how. So this feature is helpful. Okay, when you're having hundreds of you know, requirements. That requirement can be your feature, epic or product backlog item, right? Requirement is a generic word. So this is helpful when you're having hundreds of requirements and you want to categorize them for your own tracking purpose, like this. So now you clearly see how many features in the cab are in progress. Otherwise what happens, you will have to everything is in one swim lane, that is the default swim lane, that blank one, right? Okay, and you have to go and open each and everything. Or you know, you can apply styles as well, but in a swim lanes is a one very good concept which is understood by the management basically. You may not understand now, But because I work with all the management guys, right? For everything, we will put the swim lanes so that because I will work with test teams, I will work with CXOs, I will work with the directors and everything. For them, they don't want to concentrate any other thing which is not related to them. That's the reason we keep, when I go and explain some workflows or processes, etc., the people will simply, hey Purna, I'm not interested in all those things, tell me what are the things that I need to concentrate on. So I know that they will ask such kind of question. That's why we create the swim lanes, so that they know what they need to concentrate on. Similarly here as well, you can create swim lanes like this. Okay, so I created in the feature section. You can create it in the backlog items as well. You can go here and you can go and apply swim lanes. Similarly, say tab, fine. And you can change the default. I mean, it was showing empty, right? You can change it to something as well. Miscellaneous. I see. The empty one is not here because earlier I did not, in features I did not rename the empty one, default one. Yes. Now you see it categorized. See in features, it is showing only in progress because you don't need to track if something is completed, which is in done stage. You don't need to track which is in the new state. You need to track in between. That's the reason it was displaying, Swimlearn is displaying only here. Okay, but if you go to product backlogs, you have other than new and done, you have two more states here, approved and commit. That's why it's spread across, multiple multiple states. Understood how you can apply swim lanes and what is the importance? It is to better track based on the category of your work. Okay.
So this is basically when the top management likes to know the number of items, the progress of items under each category, right?
Exactly. Exactly. So you will see if you, when you're giving a presentation, right, you will have hundreds of ways to present the same item. Okay, but there are
Okay.
some ways where people like it, your management like it. Those are all best practices. This swim
So
lane is
instead
not
of
a, yeah,
saying like we have 80 items in overall, what you're saying is under the train category we have 30 items, under cab category we have 20 items, something like that, right?
exactly, exactly. So this is how people, because there are few things which is understood by many people actually. So swim lanes is the concept that is there since 80s actually. That's the reason I open the PowerPoint and I draw the swim lane basically. I draw the line this, right? This is one swim lane, this is another swim lane. That's how we represent it for the better understanding. Otherwise, what happens? It will go for unnecessary debates actually. So I have to explain about each and every. If I don't have a swim lane here, right? Okay. If I don't have swim lane here, then I have to explain. Many people question. I have to say that, hey guy, don't worry about this thing. This belongs to Naresh. This belongs to Lohit. Like that. If I have swim lane here and I keep one label here, that's it. People don't ask me that question, and they know upfront.
Okay.
You got me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So since this is a tool, you cannot draw it. So that's the reason the feature is given. Okay. Those are the swim lanes. Okay. So swim lanes and the styles, which are very important for your, uh, uh, I mean, better tracking of your project. And then you also see in doing, and that is many people don't know the advantage of that one because when I say I'm working, see, when I taken a project, it doesn't mean that I completed it. I might be in progress as well. In the When I keep it in progress also, probably I did not start at all. How do I convey that one? So another level of reporting basically for you. Now, do you have another 5-10 minutes? So I have one more item to be explained, or you want me to take it tomorrow?
Tomorrow, can you please? I need to.
Okay. So tomorrow I will explain another advanced concept for the DevOps engineer in this boards area, and then we'll move into repos basically, because we done with the project planning. Now if I go back to my, what is that here, right? Now you know what is a product backlog, you know what do you do in sprint planning, and the output of sprint planning is your sprint backlog. That's what you see in the task boards, right? Under each sprint. And you know, during every day of sprint, what you do, you will have meetings and discuss, I mean whatever we discussed just now. Kiran asked me, hey, the effort have to be increased. All such kind of discussions will come as part of your daily discussions, daily scrum meetings. And after that, at the end of every sprint, you will have the sprint review or retro meeting. What went good, what did not go well, etc. Such kind, probably it's just like a ceremony. People don't give much attention in reality, but this is a ceremony basically. And the end of each sprint, you will have the working software, and this will repeat for each and every sprint. Okay. Okay, let's do one thing. Tomorrow we will talk about these burn down charts and some other advanced concept what I was talking, and then we'll move on to repos. Okay, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Hope this is helpful. These configurations for you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.